What's good? Artist Recovery Week 3 recap. So, a big thing that I stumbled upon during my writings, my morning pages, was the concept of daydreaming. I was writing and I stumbled upon a memory. This memory was me in elementary school, and I remember my teacher giving a lecture about, I think it was science, and I remember zoning out, like just being completely somewhere else for this lecture. And by the time she was done with the lecture, I snapped back into it, out of my daydream. Well, I snapped out of my daydream back into where I was at. And I realized that, like, that was the first time I realized that I could be somewhere else. I could be looking at something but not looking at something. I could be hearing something but not listening to it. And I transported. And at the time, I was young as hell. Like, you just move on to the next thing. All right, what's the next class? And I realized that is your superpower. That is one of your biggest superpowers, is daydreaming. Julia, in the book, she says, she speaks on artist brain activities, and it could be driving, it could be taking a shower, listening to music, singing a song, and she calls those artist brain activities. And in my case, I call it daydreaming. And I realize all of my favorite things that I like to do, is daydreaming. Anything that makes you lose track of time and where you are. And that is a superpower that we must tap into, that you need to tap into. I'm talking to you, my future self, watching this, while I'm also talking to the present viewers, obviously. And yeah, so I realized, I stumbled upon that. That's a superpower. The second thing that I noticed it's kind of like a synchronicity, but I realized that I am reverse engineering my future self. And the way I'm doing that is I'm investing time. Let me move out the way. I am investing time, right, into things that my future self is going to be doing on his off time. And I'm currently rewriting I almost hit someone. Let me pull over. I'm currently rewriting my idea of what I thought an artist was, or what an artist should be. And this whole time I thought, like, an artist was like this very serious, smug, will knock you out if you say the wrong thing, willing to die for, stand on, like hot-headed almost, in a weird way. And what I'm doing is I'm crafting a new version of what I think a musician should be, and an artist in general. And I'm doing this through the tasks, through the pages, and through the dates. Like, I played with Play-Doh for like 2 hours the other day, and I made these shoes, like lavender Converses, with like a lime green sole. I posted it. And the synchronicity that led me to that was thinking, well, I was really on Instagram, really, and I saw Blue Pillar post this scientific study about how plant medicine, specifically psilocybin, can rewire the brain, and it changes the neuroplasticity in the brain to the point where you become less rigid in your everyday activities, and it rewires your brain to be less rigid. And I realized that's what this course is doing for me. It's rewiring my brain. Let me get some water. I'm thirsty. I just got off of work, so I'm tired a little bit. But it's rewiring my brain to be more cyclical. That meaning less rigid in my approach. And another thing is like another stone that I stumbled upon that was like truly insightful was that quote, if you let something go and it comes back to you, that's how you know it's truly meant for you. And I'm been letting go my idea of like musicianship and like my past beliefs attached to that, because I wanted to be a musician since I was like early teenagers, probably like 13. But I really decided that this is what I want to do with my life at the age of like 16. And I've changed hella since then, so like my beliefs about it change, and like I'm letting go of it, and I'm like I said, I'm building my hobbies of what I'm gonna be doing on my off time, you know, when I do my art full time and my musicianship full time. I'm creating my hobbies and habits. I'm creating new habits, and habits sounds like hobbies to me. So yeah, this is it's been a good week, and just because I sound, you know, like, you know, somewhat concise, I would say so far, I'm getting better at becoming more like concise and channeling rather than thinking. But just because I'm channeling like this doesn't mean that I haven't went through the emotions. She says in the book, be prepared to feel emotions. Be prepared to have ups and downs and things of that sort. And she also says in the book, going sane feels like going insane. So I felt extreme anger the past week. I felt extreme sadness, extreme like tears of joy, ups and downs. And the fact that I'm feeling it is a good sign, because it's better than having a mental breakdown just slap you out of nowhere. And you're like, whoa, what is life? I feel like dying. It's better than that. So something else that's on my spirit all day is to tell y'all to prepare yourselves to be very certain. Prepare yourself. Envision what it's like when you have it all figured out. What is, like, every time you've ever like thought something, followed through with it, and it was the correct decision, think about that. Anytime it made you feel good to take action, the feeling is, oh, I'm on 10. I desire and I see exactly what I want, and I'm acting on it. And that feeling is, you're on 10 and you're certain. Practice certainty. But it's a paradox, because you can only practice it by not knowing shit and just acting. So it is it's a paradoxical thing. But it's like Michael Jackson, like the Michael Jackson video, Billie Jean, when he's walking on the tiles and each one lights up. I see that as like taking a leap of faith. When you jump, the net will appear. I know I'm kind of all over the place, but I don't care about being understood. I just care about getting this documented, because I know it's important for me. Yeah, so for sure, this is how I'm feeling right now. And prepare to be certain, even in your uncertainty. Like Michael Jackson, the path reveals itself once you start walking. And yet, holla, I love y'all. I'm about to go home, eat some food, eat a cookie, because that's what makes me happy. I'm unleashed. I'm unleashing. Constantly evolving. I am not the cusp. No, I'm the cusp. I'm not on the cusp. because once you hit the cusp, another challenge arises. Better problems. We're upgrading our issues. Not the issues of old. Not the stagnation, the procrastination. Those are old issues. The new issues is, all right, how am I gonna fund this? What idea does God want me to transmute today? Yeah. It's your boy, Chocolate Chicken, aka Amore 401, aka Corner Store, aka Nino Nash, aka the Esperetti creator. Ooh. Yeah. Y'all keep y'all heads up and truly follow your dreams. Truly follow your dreams. Apply yourself wholeheartedly. It's been 11 minutes.